guys, we're back. Buzzer TV, I'm Buzzer.
And I'm Alistair.
And we're here with Avatar, The Last Airbender, episode 18, book 2. So it's been a while since we last watched the last one.
Yeah, finally.
We had like a 10-day gap between because life happened. But I really missed this show, and I want to get back right into it. So, man, last episode was
Appa's back. That's the main thing that happened.
That fucking guy, the Dai Li guy, Long Fang, like Appa fucked him up. I remember that. You fucking like tail slapped that dude into the like a little flicking rock.
Remember he was like, I can handle you.
Oh yes, like
Stupid bitch.
Gangsta Appa at his best. And then we had
Jet died.
Oh yeah, Jet died. I'm pretty sure Jet died, but like it's a kids show, so they couldn't show it to us. But I'm pretty sure it was implied where like when Toph was like, oh, he lied, and then she was like a grim face, so like it kind of implied like he's dead, you know, and his friends were crying.
Pretty much.
That was pretty sad. I wonder what happened to his friends though, because like people were coming after him. I wonder if they survived or not.
I don't know. I think you'll see them eventually. I don't know, man. Or maybe that's like the end of the
yeah. And then that's pretty much it, man. Like, we have 3 episodes to go for this season for book 2. Appa's back in the crew.
Yeah.
We still have.
That makes sense.
Now we still have Azula. She's the main villain of book 2.
Oh god.
The crew's got to take care of her, right? Like how they took care of Zhao last season. We have Aang still has to like. Did we see the king of? I know this episode's called the Earth King, so like I'm assuming we're gonna see him because last time like he was having dinner with a bear or some shit. I don't know if it was him or not.
No, that wasn't him. That was other nobleman, I guess. But it was actually him. I think the bear's the king.
Okay. And that's pretty much it. So
yeah, man, that's more or less what happened. That's the main shit that happened.
Pretty much it. So we will go to episode 18 now.
Oh, and it's obviously those 3.
No, I knew it was when they said 3. I knew it was gonna be them.
Are the Earth King's humble servants.
Fuck, and they look just like her too. I fucking knew that.
This is a disaster,
I knew
man.
those 3 are gonna be the ones. Fuck,
this is so bad. Because
the first half of the episode was like everything's going right, and then second half like
too good to be true, man.
Everything just went like okay. The moment you decided to split, I don't know, man. Things are just going downhill right now.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So this episode was a good one
and a bad one.
And well, in terms of like the situation of the main characters, at the end it's not looking too good, but that's too loud.
Here, man. Stop bleeding.
But it started off insane fighting, like
insane entrance.
I think they wanted to show us like how much Aang improved in his earthbending,
and how serious he gets too,
and how serious he was when he was like entering the kingdom. Because like bro, like he was locked in, and like his earthbending was like equivalent to like when it was
on par with Toph's.
The way they showed it, it seemed like their skills were equivalent. But like I would say Toph is still
most likely
better, obviously, because Aang literally learned how to earthbend in a more consistent basis, I guess. But man, that was sick, man. The way they took down those Dai Li fucks. Those
it was just a one-sided.
It wasn't even just Dai Li. It was like the Earth Kingdom soldiers as well, protecting the palace. But man, like
it was really one-sided.
I really enjoyed like the beginning of the episode, the way they showed all that. But man, so we finally saw the king.
Ooh,
he was younger than I thought he would be.
The king is
very incompetent looking dude.
For a young guy.
Young guy. So like it kind of makes sense how like the Dai Li were like manipulating him from the beginning.
And he's so sheltered.
Oh, he never leaves the palace.
Like the shelter, but then there's like a high level shelter where if you don't leave your palace, that's some like depressing shit. Imagine seeing the same shit all day every day, not know what's going on in your own.
But like I'm pretty sure like he grew up that way, you know. So basically. Like for him, that's the norm. So you don't really care. You don't really know what outside is.
Damn, man.
Because you're given literally everything in the kingdom itself.
Yeah, like at least be within, like go outside within the kingdom. He wasn't even in the city. He was literally in his palace.
That palace is huge. So like, I'm pretty sure like you got, but still like at the end of the day, man, you want to like get out and shit, right?
Yeah.
Even though you're a king and like obviously it's probably not safe, but man, yo, the king was just a puppet. The Dai Li were like. They were the ones writing a story, and everybody else was believing it. And if you don't believe it, your ass gets shipped to Lake Laogai, and then you start believing that shit.
Yeah, they actually hypnotize you.
But then Aang and but Sokka was very positive this episode.
I realized when he says like, "Trust me," he's usually right.
That's true. That's
true. Yo, trust me. Okay.
But when Sokka's confident, he's typically the confident for a good reason,
Yeah.
We had that. The Lan Fang was just being pathetic. He had an excuse for everything they said.
Yeah.
Like the whole Lake Lao guy, they fucking took care of that. But then they came up with a wall idea. Like, let's take the king to the wall and prove that there's actual fucking war going on.
Yeah,
it's like, how is the king of Ba Sing Se, the Earth Kingdom king, the capital, like how is this guy so oblivious to political situations that are happening outside of his country, That's
outside of his country.
Like, does he not have
there a battle? Freaking in there?
Right? Like,
there was a battle. Did you hear at least the vibrations?
How is the Earth Kingdom how is this king not communicating with others? On a more frequent basis, like other nations, there's got to be something this dude's in charge of besides just I'm the king. I know you relegate that task to other people, but there's got to be something he's got to be involved in some sort of level to be I don't know how I feel like this guy recently became king, or maybe his dad was actually a legit king. But then when he died, he had to take over, and then Dai Li, the Secret Service, the FBI, right, CIA, whatever you want to call it, they take advantage. They're like, you know what? This guy's young. We'll teach him hey, just follow us. We got everything under control. Yeah. And then they run their own. They run their own vision of how they want the country to be run. And that's what the last thing is.
Political affairs and everything,
Yeah. I guess they delegate that task to Lan Feng. And he's like, you know what, you guys sound like you know what you're doing, and obviously they took advantage of that. The Dai Li, they have their own philosophies which are just not right. This utopia or whatever they wanted to make.
Shit doesn't exist.
But anyways, Aang is here. The Avatar is here to open the eyes of the blind, except Toph. Shit, I should not have said that. But the oh man, that was bad.
Dude.
Why did I say that?
Dude. Anyways, keep going.
I meant the king.
Oh,
anyways.
God. Jeez.
I apologize. But anyways, Aang was here. Aang, the crew was here. They proved to the king that hey, the fucking wall.
A wall
was taken in the shit, and Lan Feng got arrested.
Yo, I want to talk about something. What was up with that dream? Zuko. Sorry, we're talking about Zuko now. Okay. What was that? That dream meant something. Because think about it. There were two dragons around Zuko who I think he was the king, the Fire Lord.
Okay.
And there was two of them. The blue one was, I believe, it sounds like Azula,
yeah.
And the other one was Iroh. It sounded like Iroh. But why are they both beside him, telling him what to do? And it's and Azula's sleep. And then at the end, she's like, just like your mother.
Yeah,
But
and we don't know what happened to the mom yet, too, right? Because the mom just escaped.
She ran away. Yeah.
She ran away, and she just said goodbye to Zuko because I'm pretty sure she found out there's an assassination plot going on by Ozai and Azula. But man, I feel like that dream was well, first of all, this all started when Zuko let Appa go, and Iroh was you did something so against what you stand for. Zuko's a very convicted guy.
Okay.
He's very that conviction level in him is on a different level. So this dude is you're sort of what I'm trying to say. Your whole purpose of life in life is to restore your honor by capturing the Avatar. Okay? But, like, you have the Avatar's bison right in front of you. And, like, this is your moment, right? And then you let him go. You did something against the essence of, like, what that makes you, you know? And that really fucked up who Zuko is internally.
But even in life, if you decide to do something, like something you've been doing your whole life, your whole entire life, and that you think is like the right way to do, and then one day you said like you do something that's like
the complete polar opposite of what you stand for and what you exist for, you know?
Man, there's so much internal conflict.
Oh yeah, man, like
you know, oh shit, why did I do this? Why did I do this? Like, why I need to do this? Oh shit, what's gonna change? How's this gonna happen?
Like, a lot of people have this moral thing, you know, like some guy stands for some insert a moral reason, and then one day he does something completely against that. That's gonna fuck up that guy. Completely.
Yeah. And when you think about something so much to the point it hurts your brain, you actually do end up getting sick.
Like there's so many different examples. Like you say a religious guy, you say he follows religion stuff, and he does something completely against it, you know? And I'm talking this dude's religious as hell, you know what as hell, obviously let's say. Religious. Anyways, he's religious, he does something completely against it, and like, and you know that shit's gonna that whole thing's gonna kind of gonna destroy him.
Oh, you know, because like someone's religious his whole life.
Yeah, and then he does something which is non-religious, say according to whatever religion he believes in, and then like suddenly you're just like internally like, holy shit, you know, like. Well, I guess for religion there's more of like a god and like the consequences and everything you stood for and shit. For Zuko it's more of like in a sense it's more of the honor stuff, or more of like not even honor, more of like. Just your purpose of existing, your whole life purpose. Yeah. Like literally, most of it, like 80% of his life, this was his purpose. Capture that fucking Avatar, restore your honor, and he did the exact opposite of. You let the Avatar's shit go by like you let Appa go. You know, like it's just it's not easy. It fucks somebody up, and Zuko got fucked up hard, and we saw this blue dragon. Azula most likely sounded like her, but like who knows? She's like, and by the way, Zuko looked pretty badass, like with the long hair and like he looked more of a lord and shit.
I love his. Y'all, you mean that?
Yeah, he looked pretty like.
He looked like a nice prince.
Like he looked like a decent like like damn, this guy's a prince right there, you know. Yeah. Like but like, and he looks so innocent too, you know. You can tell how much life fucked him up and shit.
Poor guy.
But man, yeah. But then I'm assuming those blue and white red dragons, they're like, well, as Iroh said, is metamorphism, right? Metamorphosis or whatever. So like, I'm assuming like the blue dragon, the red dragon, like those are the things that are conflicting within him that's causing this sickness. And this sickness, he looks really fucked up. Like it's not normal fucked up. It's like it's really fucked up. Like I need water. I'm dying. He had a dream that he looked in the mirror. He saw himself as Aang. And you're just like, shit, like, what the fuck, you know? Like, it's you know, it's just like, it's very interesting.
He gets to his head, and no wonder he saw himself in the mirror.
No, I'm actually very interested, like, it's very intriguing the way they're showing it and the way they're panning this whole Zuko story out right now. And you know, the fact that Azula right now is in the kingdom, when they said there are 3 Kyoshi warriors, I kind of knew it was going to be those 3 because
there was more than 3 last time.
Well, yeah, and the fact that they never showed us how the Kyoshi fight concluded.
I wonder if she's okay though, man.
I don't know, bro, man. It's going to be freaking brutal if something happens to Suki.
Suki, and if Sokka finds out, I think hell is going to let loose, man. He already lost Yue.
He already lost Yue, and you know Suki's another one. But Sokka can't keep losing his girls, you know? Like, come on,
guy, man. Oh my god.
You can't keep doing that shit. So I hope Suki's okay, but knowing Azula, I don't know. You know? You never know with that sick bastard over there. Azula is like,
man, I hope she's okay, and if not, Sokka's gonna pull.
And then Toph is caught by just 2 fucking guys.
Yeah, man, that's a bummer.
You call that? Yeah. So like, it wasn't the mom. Like, I actually bought that it was the mom. But then I was like, oh shit. Then he said the 2 guys. Oh shit, maybe it is the 2 guys. Like I didn't see through that one. I saw through like the Ty Lee, May, and Azula coming in. But man, when those 2 guys came in, I completely forgot about those fucks, man. Those guys are there too in Busting Say.
Yeah.
And they caught Toph. So how's Toph's relationship with her mom? We saw her mom, right?
We saw her parents. Yeah. She's okay. They're just too strict.
They're more lenient. Is she more cool with the mom and than the dad? I'm assuming because the
I
dad.
think so. The dad's like really strict. I know that.
The dad. Like,
I don't remember the mom. Honestly, I don't remember the mom. I thought we saw the mom.
Did we see the mom or not? Because I'm kind of like confused.
You know what? I think we did.
I think we did. My gut feeling is this was a long time ago we watched it. Like I think we saw the mom, but like.
There was more focus on the dad.
I think so, yeah. So maybe the mom and her have like a decent relationship.
Maybe, I'm not sure.
That can be salvaged or
whatever. We must have saw the dad.
We saw General Hao. He's like the top elite general that was introduced by
who brought the things from Long Fang's office.
Oh yeah, the letters. So we have a letter to Toph's mom, but it was really those two guys.
Mm-hmm.
We had the guru, the letter that he attached to Appa, which obviously Dai Li got, and he kept in the Dai Li thing. So he's going to Guru Patik, his name is Guru Patik, and he's going to teach him to control the Avatar state, which is really fucking cool.
That'll be so freaking useful.
Like that guru guy
can control that shit.
I wonder who the guru is that he's able to like.
I don't know.
Teach.
We barely know anything about him.
He seems like a really old guy, but like, damn.
But that path that he did.
The which one?
The path that says where Aang is. When you led Appa to where Aang is, he's like,
yeah. And he touched it. So that guy's pretty spiritually skilled.
He's special, that's for sure.
Like I would say he's like
that guy's no joke. How the hell can you find Aang?
Just by like touching like in the way he knew like Appa was in distress and shit. Like he seems like a legit like guy. Like I'm pretty sure like he'll teach Aang well. Hopefully, probably. And then we had Katara and Sokka's mom died, but like their dad, they found a location and then I like how Sokka's like, okay, I guess I'll stay with Earth Kingdom. Katara, you can go meet dad, and Aang, you go do your thing. But like I like how like Katara's like, no, you go, like I'll stay here. And Sokka, like this like excitement in him, it's like holy shit, like he really wanted to go, but like obviously he's like, you go, I'll be here, whatever. But then seeing him so excited with the Katara, he's like hugging her, he's like, oh my god, you're the best and everything, because he really wants, he's a man of his, like, of course, man, of his clan, and he wants to go to his dad, he looked up to, in a way. So like, I like that little moment we had over there. So
you are the best sister in the world.
I like how Aang was gonna confess to like Katara. I kind of like I feel like she knows.
I'm pretty sure she knows.
I feel like she like.
That's okay.
Every time she kisses him, hugs him, and shit. Like, I'm pretty sure like Katara and the powerful Bender episode. Or whatever. Yeah, like So I think Katara knows that Aang and her like I think she likes him too. So like. It was such a good episode till when Aang and Sokka were flying. It's like, there's like Aang looked so happy, like, he's so content, that time. He got Appa back, he got Earth Kingdom shit resolved. They have the answers to beat the Fire Kingdom. They're heading to the Guru. Katara kissed him. We have our girls. He said like after everything he's been through, he's so happy. But then we have Azula, Ty Lee, and May in disguise. They're gonna fuck shit up. So my prediction was right. Shit is gonna go down.
Shit's always going down.
I thought like after they're leaving, I thought maybe in the way or some shit. But no, they're in here. And the last two episodes, shit's about to go down.
Oh, I can't wait, man.
I can't wait. And that's it for today. So
stay tuned for the next segment.
Alright guys, it's that time again. Who's going to be your MVP of this episode?
And who's going to be the flop of this episode? Alright, let's start with the MVP.
I'm kind of leaning towards Sokka for this one.
With his gut feeling like usual?
With his gut, like, I like my first go-to MVP was Sokka.
Me too, honestly.
Just a positive energy he had.
It affected the whole episode.
Honestly, it did. Like,
even Aang was like, yo, you know what? I think it's a positive episode.
Thank you, positive episode.
I'm gonna flop this episode.
And then even Toph was like, "Oh, look at Sokka, you're so positive. Like, are you hypnotized or some shit?" But he was positive. He pretty much it was his ideas. I think that convinced the king Like he was so adamant about it. He's like, oh, I can prove it
I
with
can
like
prove with Appa's bite marks.
Appa's bite marks, the wall, the Lake Lauga. Katara was in it as well. But like, I felt like Sokka was really pushing for it, you know, and like that positive energy. I felt like it rubbed off on
everybody
the right way, you know.
Yeah.
And then you know he was, even though he wants to see his dad, he's like, oh Katara, you go. So like he's willing to like, you know, like see the bigger picture here. So like I just feel like all these facts itself, like I just feel like Sokka, like it was pretty great this episode in my opinion.
I can.
You know, Aang, everybody was pretty good this episode.
Special shout out to Aang and Toph for the ultimate duo.
Those guys were amazing. Like especially like Aang's serious face. I'm like, damn, you know, this guy's just like, I don't know. I think like Aang, he's gonna be a monster. I'll tell you that.
Oh, that's for sure, man.
So I think it's Sokka this episode.
I'm giving it to Sokka. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to you. No, hands down.
Sokka is the MVP of today.
You made us believe, put clothes on our backs, you sacrificed for us. You the real MVP.
Alright guys, it's gonna be the flop.
Everybody do the flop.
It's probably gonna be Longfang.
Longfang. I mean,
Longfang.
yeah, but like at the end of the day, his boys has his back.
It doesn't matter. Like
Well,
yeah, his boys do. Oh, we didn't talk about that. His boys do have this back, which is kind of concerning. So I'm assuming he's gonna be released, and he might maybe conspire with Azula just to go against the king, because obviously the king doesn't like it.
Sense, yeah.
You know, but I feel like for this episode itself, I feel like Longfang was a flop because he tried his very best to like hide the fact there's no war
and his excuse on the wall, man. Like I know you're under pressure, but come the fuck on, man. Like,
that's pretty pathetic.
Any other excuse would have been better.
Yeah, but you know what?
Oh, it's just better to use other people. Shut the fuck up, man.
You know, our machinery is not that good, so you know, he got caught out. I feel like he failed on what he tried to do, and we do this flop on a episode by episode basis. So maybe long term, maybe he will most likely escape, as we saw hinted. But like for this episode itself, his ass got dusted. Yeah. He's in jail. The king now knows it's a war, and everything stood for like it kind of fell apart. So like he's got to start all over. And simple as that. You know, the flop of today's episode will be Longfang. Alright guys, that was another great episode. It was good to be back watching Avatar again.
It feels great, guys.
It feels really awesome.
It's been a long time for us. So.
It's been around 2 weeks, so like we're really happy to be back. As always guys, you can check the next few episodes out on Patreon over there. And as always guys, stay tuned for the next one.
And do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Alistair.
Bye sir.
Peace out.